$1 billion economy by 2047. The Visakhapatnam Economic Region, or VER, stands at the core of this aspiration. Encompassing 9 coastal districts and spanning nearly 38,000 square kilometers, the region already is a major growth engine. The Vizag Economic Region Master Plan being launched today is more than an economic strategy. It is a long-term vision to build a globally competitive, inclusive and resilient growth hub on India's east coast. It provides a roadmap for unlocking the region's full potential through 7 prioritized growth drivers, including industry, logistics, services, urban development, and clean energy. What makes this plan unique is its integrated and spatially balanced approach, ensuring the growth opportunities reach every district and every community in the region. Each district in this VR brings a distinct strength to the collective mission. Visakhapatnam and Vijayanagaram will lead as knowledge and service centers, powered by IT, data centers, care economy, education and tourism. Anakapalli, Kakinada and Srikakulam will emerge as India's next manufacturing and logistic corridor driven by port-led industrialization, value-added exports and renewable energy. East Godavari, ASR, Parvatipuram, Manyam and B.R. Ambedkar Konaseema will continue to power the state's agri-economy through technology adoption, organic farming and enhanced food processing. This district-wise specialization is what will make the Vizag Economic Region an integrated, self-sustaining growth ecosystem. This plan outlines 65 to 70 interventions capable of generating 2 to 2.4 million additional jobs and attracting around $85 billion in private investment. Flagship projects like Bhogapuram Aero City, Vizag Bay City and Vizag 2.0 are being developed as next-generation urban growth engines. The new age cities will redefine the region's skyline, enhancing livability, attract global talent, boost tourism, and create a truly world-class quality life. Andhra Pradesh today offers one of the most facilitative, transparent, and responsive governance environments in the country. The state's single window system, policy reforms, and investor facilitation framework have made it preferred destination for both domestic and global investors. Our departments, including planning, industries, infrastructure, and finance, are working in close coordination to ensure that projects conceived under this plan translate into visible results on the ground. Institutional mechanisms are being strengthened to ensure faster decision-making, improved accountability, and seamless execution. I would like to place on record our appreciation to Niti Aayog, ISCG Foundation, and the state departments for their collective effort in preparing this comprehensive blueprint. The government of Andhra Pradesh looks forward to working closely with all the stakeholders from local industries, entrepreneurs to global investors to realize the full promise of this region. Together, we can make the Visakhapatnam Economic Region not only the growth engine of Andhra Pradesh, but also a model for regional transformation for the rest of India. As we launch this master plan today, we reaffirm our shared commitment to building a Swarna Andhra Pradesh, which is prosperous, inclusive, sustainable, and contributing meaningfully towards a Vikasit Bharat 2047. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Next, we invite the CEO of Niti Aayog presenting the strategic vision behind the Visakhapatnam Economic Region Growth Hub Plan.
Respected Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu Garu, dignitaries on the dais, and members of the audience. The Prime Minister of India has set a vision for the country that by 2047 India should become Vikasit Bharat. It should become a developed nation with a standard of living on par with the developed countries in the world, which means a per capita income of $18,000. That means the country is going to become a $30 trillion economy by 2047. This growth is going to be powered largely by cities in the center and a region around that being pulled by the cities. This is going to be the reality. So you will have large cities which will be developing and they will pull the development process in the neighborhood, maybe 4, 5, 6 districts. Knowing this, today, 1/3 of our people are in cities. By 2047, 60% of India will actually be urban. So we need to focus on urban as growth drivers. Keeping this in mind, Niti Aayog started an initiative called Growth Hub. And we picked up 4 cities to do our pilot plans, economic plans for that region. These are not master plans in terms of zoning, etc. These are actually visionary plans on how do you actually grow that region. And the first 4 cities which were chosen, Mumbai, Surat, Varanasi and Visakhapatnam. And we are very, very happy that Visakhapatnam is actually the 3rd city in the country to have an economic plan for the region. And I think it's a matter of great pride and also great achievement, because without the leadership, blessings and the drive shown by the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, we would not have come to this day. A lot of hard work has gone into it, unbelievable amount of consultation, both at the state level, at the field level, stakeholders, ministries, departments, and also people from outside the state to come out with this. It's an eminently doable plan. And therefore, Niti Aayog actually feels proud to partner with the government of Andhra Pradesh. I also compliment the NGO, which is a think tank, Institute for Sustainability, Employment and Growth, ISEC Foundation, who have worked with us together in developing this plan. And it has taken almost 7 to 8 months to come to this stage. I will just say only 2 or 3 things about the plan, nothing more, because there's going to be a video after this which will give you at a glance what it is all about. Firstly, this place has immense potential. The Visakhapatnam economic region is 1/3 of Andhra's GDP and 1/3 of Andhra's population. The idea is to keep that momentum going. And under the Honorable Chief Minister, again, Niti was happy to collaborate. We helped prepare the vision for Andhra Pradesh for 2047, about which the Chief Secretary has just mentioned, Swarnandhra. And at that time, Andhra is actually planning a per capita income in excess of $40,000 per annum by 2047. The dream and the vision and the drive is actually to be the number 1 in the country. The per capita income which is being targeted for Andhra Pradesh is to be more than that of even Gujarat today. So I think that is the drive, and that drive gives us confidence that whatever is being done here will actually bear fruit, because it is coming out of a clear goal, clarity. This particular region has immense potential. It's a $50-55 billion economy, this Visakhapatnam economic region. The plan is by 2032, in 7 years, we take it to about 125-130 billion. That means it's almost the size of Andhra Pradesh, which it's today. And by 2047, make it $750 billion. That's almost 3/4 trillion. So this will actually become a mega economy and a global economic hub. That is the goal and that is the vision for the Visakhapatnam economic region. But it's not only about money and GDP. It's also in the next 7 years to create 24 lakh jobs in this region. So it is also employment oriented. So you have jobs, 2.5 million, and also economic growth, which will be driven by investment. So there are 2 legs to this, economic growth and employment. Both are likely to happen, and that is it. We've identified a very detailed drivers which will drive the growth. It has come out of very detailed. Everybody cannot do anything. So what are we best placed to do, either on current endowments or future? 1, this can become a massive port-led manufacturing region. You've got massive ports, and the new ones are going to come up in Mulapeta, etc. This can drive you, and not just the old type of manufacturing. We have a steel plant, but we have nothing downstream of the steel plant. We don't make automobiles, we don't make ships. I think to actually push in that direction. So I think that is one. Second, go into sunrise sector. So manufacturing is one. The second is, well, you have IT which is grown in other parts of the country. There are future areas which are coming up. So we can talk about things like IT, data centers, global capability centers, GCCs, artificial intelligence, whole host of things come. There are a large number of educational institutions, etc. There are in strength. In addition, tourism. And tourism is not just religious tourism. You've got beach, you can have conventions, you've got experiential tourism. People should be able to come and spend a week. Please, my colleague or the partner from the think tank who was saying, when he went upstream 20 kilometers from Vizag, went on top of a hill and saw the area below, he said this was more beautiful than California's, San Francisco's Golden Gate Harbor. Question is, we should think like that. We will create a San Francisco Golden Gate Harbor. And the good thing is, a lot of things in the plan, Chief Minister Garu is already going ahead and implementing. Even before the release, I'll say that in the end. 4th area is healthcare hub. Let me tell you, I think outside Visakhapatnam, we have a place called Modusarlova, which most people don't know. There are the largest concentration of hospitals in one place is there. Actually, this can become a global healthcare city. That is another vision for the city, and the plans are there. Also in the urban area, because this is covering 7-8 districts, we should develop about 15 new cities. There should be a Vizag 2.0. There should be a Vizag Bay City, which should be on par with the best which is there in the United States. This is what this area can be done. And last but not the least, infrastructure, connectivity, sustainability. You already have a port, you have a railway zone, you have everything. Grow it further, you've got a new airport, develop. These are the 7 drivers of growth which have been identified. It will require some unlocks. This is not a theoretical exercise. There are 49 projects which have been identified. All have to be converted to things on the ground. There are 9 policies which need to be announced, drawn up. And there are 5 institutional changes. Some new the old way of working will not work. So you need to create new structures. All are there. The good thing is there's about 50,000 acres of land already available. We have all identified with patta number, so it's that detailed. So that's all there. Secondly, this requires about $100 billion of government investment and $100 billion of private investment till 2032. Good thing is a lot of it is happening. You heard Google a few days ago. You got so many others coming up tomorrow, day after. So I think it's on the right track. It is perfectly doable. And what is going to be the impact? Not only jobs, not only GDP. 7 lakh houses are being planned in the next 7 years. 10,000 new hotel rooms. 15 to 20 new colleges to come up in this area. Industrial parks of 40 to 50,000 acres. When we are talking of a very large area here. 50 million square feet of office space and 50 million square feet of warehousing space. That is the kind of growth we want to see by 2032. I'm not talking of 47. If we hit our goal for 32, we will hit the goal for 2047. So I think we are at a very good point. Everybody is blessed that you have a chief minister who is driving this. At his own personal level, he has taken very detailed meetings just day before yesterday. I couldn't attend that, but my officers attended it. Only one request, sir. This is 1/3 of Andhra Pradesh. You will need, my request is you need an appropriate implementation structure, and I'm sure you are already thinking about it, at a very senior level so that it can be pushed. It's not the job of one department. The municipality can't do it, one district collector can't do it. So you need that. That will unlock this. And I think that is very, very important. Create an appropriate structure. We can share with you what, say, Maharashtra is doing for Mumbai. I actually can see Mumbai running. Mumbai is competing to become a New York. You should compete to become a San Francisco. That's what I will say. So if you put that structure in place, structure will enable things to happen. That is the only request. And second is, for the first 6 months, once a month, if you give 1 hour to monitor, you will actually be able to do this. This is my feeling. Not more than that. Because, if everybody gets to know that the big boss is watching, work happens. I think that's all that is needed. With that, I wish everybody best, and I wish the city and this region all success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your suggestions and words towards Visakhapatnam. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now look into the future. The future in a form of a video. The video on Visakhapatnam G-Hub. I request the technical team to please present the video.
India's eastern coast is awakening to a new dawn of opportunity. The Visakhapatnam economic region, a $52 billion economy, home to over 16 million people, is fast emerging as one of India's most dynamic growth engines.
आंध्र प्रदेश में विकास की गाड़ी तेज गति से दौड़ रही है। इस तेज गति को देख करके मैं कह सकता हूं कि 2047 में विकसित भारत होके रहेगा।
Chosen among Niti Aayog's 4 pilot city regions under the Growth Hub program, VER is transforming from a major economic hub to a global powerhouse. 9 districts. Together, they form the Visakhapatnam economic region, India's land of opportunity. Srikakulam, where maritime ambition meets heritage. The Mullapeta Greenfield Port will anchor a new wave of prosperity, while ancient temples and artisans preserve timeless traditions. Parvathipuram Manyam, organic farming and waste-to-wealth pilots will drive sustainability and rural transformation. Vijayanagaram, the gateway to the future. The Bhogapuram International Airport and Aerocity will redefine connectivity, housing a world-class convention center and international care hub. Visakhapatnam, the beating heart of VER and India's emerging innovation capital.
Government of India is rated, agencies rated, most safest city for women is Visakhapatnam. One side beaches, one side hills, and also beautiful people. Now we are building tourism in a big way. I am confident we will have a best hospitality with government of Andhra Pradesh.
The visionary Vizag Bay City, spanning 40 square kilometers along the scenic coastline, will emerge as a global destination for luxury living, tourism and technology. Google's global AI hub and a network of data centers will drive a digital revolution seamlessly connected by the upcoming metro. Alluri Sitharam Raju, where mountains meet opportunity. From Araku's coffee to Lambasingi's scenic beauty, tourism and sustainability power inclusive prosperity. Anakapalli, the industrial powerhouse. From ArcelorMittal's steel plant to a thriving pharma base and India's first green hydrogen hub, this is the heart of India's manufacturing renaissance. East Godavari, the nursery capital of India, where millions of saplings green the nation and faith flows with the Godavari. Kakinada, where the ocean fuels prosperity. A world-class port drives trade. Port-integrated manufacturing hubs will drive industrial ambition. Modern fishing harbors and the integrated aqua park will transform livelihoods. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Konasima, where poultry, livestock and aquaculture industries thrive. Prosperity grows in every field and every family. By 2032, to become a $135 billion economy, creating 2.4 million new jobs. By 2047, to become a $750 billion economic powerhouse, fueling Andhra Pradesh's Swarna Andhra vision and India's Vikasit Bharat 2047. 7 growth drivers lead the way. Port-led manufacturing, next-generation IT and innovation, global agriculture leadership, tourism and wellness, world-class healthcare, planned urbanization through 15 master-planned cities, and sustainable infrastructure powering India's green transition. The opportunity is ready. Over $100 billion in investments and 60 transformational projects, enabled via robust policies and single-window clearances. Come, invest in Visakhapatnam economic region. Invest in the future. Transform with India.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now I invite Honorable Minister for Municipal Administration and Urban Development, Sri Narayana Garu, to please come forward and share his insights on urban transformation and infrastructure development in Visakhapatnam. Welcome, sir.
Respected Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, Honorable Ministers, Senior Officers from Niti Aayog and Government of India, esteemed officials, industry leaders and delegates, good evening to all of you. It is a moment of immense pride for every citizen of Andhra Pradesh to gather here in Visakhapatnam, the jewel of East Coast, for the launch of this visionary report on developing the Visakhapatnam economic region as a global economic hub. Under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, Andhra Pradesh has embarked upon the historic mission of Swarnandhra Vision 2047, a mission that seeks not only economic growth but also inclusive prosperity, sustainable urbanization, and world-class governance. Today, this region contributes nearly 30% of Andhra Pradesh gross state domestic product, with a robust 52 billion economy across 9 districts from Srikakulam to East Godavari. By 2029, we aim to accelerate towards the vision target of becoming a 125 to 135 billion economy, generating over 2 million new jobs and attracting around 100 to 150 billion investments. By 2047, We want Visakhapatnam economic region to be counted among the world's leading financial centers with a size of 750 to 800 billion dollars economy and comparable to Singapore, Tokyo, Melbourne. Visakhapatnam is on way to become India's most livable coastal global city. In this direction, we are developing 15 master plan clusters, industrial cities, service hubs, and mixed-use townships. 6 to 7 lakh new housing units, ensuring affordability and dignity for every family, and 100% slum-free Visakhapatnam through integrated redevelopment and inclusive housing. Urban mobility will be redefined through the 77-kilometer metro integrated with roads, rail, and logistic corridors, making travel seamless and efficient and sustainability. Our vision for this region is one of the green growth and intelligent governance. We are targeting 50% renewable energy use by 2029, introducing 4,000 electrical and CNG buses, and establishing waste-to-energy and compressed biogas plants. Every liter of water, every unit of waste, and every kilometer of road will be managed with scientific precision. Visakhapatnam will stand as a model of sustainable and strong urban development. Through GS-based master planning and real-time digital dashboards and data-driven monitoring, we will make governance transparent, accountable, and citizen-focused. To deliver this ambitious vision, our Honorable Chief Minister has proposed a unified Visakhapatnam Economic Region Authority chaired by himself, beginning together all critical agencies, VMRDA, GVMC, industries, tourism, and infrastructure under one coordinate mechanism. The MUD department will soon roll out new policies for cluster redevelopment, land value capture, sustainable housing, and urban infrastructure finance, ensuring that every rupee invested multiplies into long-term urban value and inclusive growth. These reforms will strengthen our institutions, accelerate approvals, and boost investors' confidence for the region's global positioning. The journey has already begun with projects like Green Hydrogen Hub at Pudimaka, the Life Sciences and Pharmaceutical Parks, the Google AI and Data Center campus, and the International Health Center near the upcoming airport. Visakhapatnam region is becoming a magnet for investment, innovation, and global partnership. I thank the Planning Department, the Visakhapatnam Metropolitan Region Development Authority, and Niti Aayog for their support in preparing this report and economic plan. Under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, let us together make Visakhapatnam Economic Region a flagship of a development of Andhra Pradesh and a developed India by 2047. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for extending your views on the upgradation of Visakhapatnam's economic region as a global economic hub. Now I invite Honorable Minister for Finance, Planning, Commercial Taxes and Legislative Affairs, Sri Payyavala Kesav Garu, to please come forward and discuss about the fiscal policies of this vision.
Honorable Chief Minister Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, Sri Subramanian Garu, and dignitaries, partners from Niti Aayog, and friends, Namaste. Today, we are not just launching a report. We are launching a new confidence in the future of Andhra Pradesh. The Visakhapatnam Economic Region Plan is a commitment to make the coastline, our people, our ideas, the driving force of a new development chapter. Visakhapatnam and the surrounding districts have always been special. a place where industry meets culture, the talent meets opportunity, and where the sea opens the doors to the world. This plan captures the spirit and turns it into a structuring roadmap that the next generation, for the next generation. It tells us that growth is not something to wait for. It is something we can design, build, deliver with purpose. Our Chief Minister has given us a clear mission to create a model of development that blends economic strength with social responsibility. This plan follows that vision. It focuses on manufacturing, technology, agriculture, tourism, health, and a planned urbanization. Not as an isolated sectors, but as pillars of future-ready economy. Each pillar strengthens the others, creating a region that is balanced, competitive, and full of opportunities. A major shift is happening today. The way we govern. We are moving from soiled thinking to the coordinated action. A unified authority for the region, strengthened institutions, and digital monitoring, streamlined decision making. These are not administrative reforms, they are confidence reforms. They assure the investors that Andhra Pradesh is serious about execution. And they assure the citizens that the development will reach them without delay or confusion. But the most important part of this entire effort is our people. An economy grows only when its people grow. Through modern training programs, district level action teams, renowned focus on skills, we are preparing our youth to take charge of opportunities that this region will create. Whether it is technology, logistics, hospitality, healthcare, entrepreneurship, the aim is to ensure that every young person finds a place in this story of Andhra Pradesh. We are also building a new financial mindset, one that is green, transparent, and impact-driven. When the government investment is planned wisely and focused on long-term value, it attracts far greater private investments, creating private jobs and more jobs. Innovation, prosperity across the region. This is how Andhra Pradesh will compete with the world, not by spending more, but by investing smarter. Friends, Visakhapatnam is ready for takeoff. It is already known as the city of destiny. But with this plan, it becomes the city of direction, showing how a region can grow with ambition, discipline, and compassion. This is not just about transforming economic region. It is about transforming aspirations, livelihoods, and everyday life of millions of people. I congratulate our planning department, VMRDA, Niti Aayog, and its partners for shaping this visionary work. Let's move forward together as partners in building a prosperous and globally connected Andhra Pradesh. Our goal is simple: growth that is fast, growth that is fair, and growth that every citizen can feel. Jai Hind, Jai Andhra Pradesh. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your insights in the term of physical times. Ladies and gentlemen, connectivity is the lifeline of growth. Ensuring these words, I now invite Honorable Union Minister for Civil Aviation, Government of India, Sri Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, sir, to extend his words.
Visionary and dynamic Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu Garu, CEO Niti Aayog Subramaniam Garu, Ministers from the Government of Andhra Pradesh, members of the Niti Aayog, and all the dignitaries that are present here. A warm good evening to each and every one of you. I am personally excited for the launch of this Visakhapatnam economic region as a global hub, the report that has been prepared by Niti Aayog, one coming as a leader from this region, especially watching how the opportunities that were there here were not being able to seize in the last few years, especially in the last decades also. This becomes a very, very crucial and important report to unlock the potential of this region. So I personally want to thank our Honorable Chief Minister for driving this, and especially Niti Aayog, and also our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji for his blessings, because only 4 cities have been selected as pilot project across the country, and one is Mumbai, Surat, and then we have Varanasi, and the 4th city to be Visakhapatnam. This could only be possible with the blessings of Honorable Prime Minister and the drive that our Chief Minister has in driving this region and to explore the potential of this region. And coming from this region, I can tell that forever we have always been looking for opportunities. But the way this report has been prepared, actually gives us the confidence that we no longer have to look for opportunities. The opportunities are right here. We have to encash on them. We have to utilize these opportunities. If you look at the globalization that is there today, with the digital technology, with the whole connectivity situation across the world, it has become a global village. Every place is connected to every other place today in real-time basis. So with the finite resources that we have, when you mean finite, that is the human capital or the natural resources or the time that you have. Any region to grow is how you mix these resources and how do you utilize them and how do you plan them. That is why this planning document is very, very important for our region, because you can utilize the resources in 100 different ways. But which is the best possible scenario can only come out with the way your planning is done. And one important example for us right in front of our eyes was Hyderabad. When in 96, our Honorable Chief Minister, the then Chief Minister of erstwhile Andhra Pradesh, has prepared the Vision 2020 document. And the way he has driven the development based on the Vision 2020 document, and when the year 2020 came, we have seen the realization of that document and how things have come into reality also. So that is why whenever we plan things, whenever we see these things in advance, whenever we have this grand vision, it always becomes important for us to have these kind of documents and drive them in the future. This region has been on the wrong end for many, many years. If you see the kind of resources that are here, it is like a mini India in itself. Whatever the best resources that you can find across the country and then sometimes across the world also, there is that kind of combination here. But without the right amount of planning, without the right mix of utilization of the available resources, we have not been able to unlock the huge potential that this area has. But I'm confident now, just like all the planets are coming together, everything is coming together, especially for this region of Uttarandhra. Uttarandhra has all the aspirations, all the ambitions today, and with the support of the central government and the state government and institutions like premier institutions like Niti Aayog, which has also taken a lot of focus in developing this region, I believe the future is going to be here, future is going to be in Visakhapatnam, and future is going to be in this Uttarandhra. The most important thing that we have to realize is that for many years, the development has been concentrated around Visakhapatnam. But the challenge right now before us is to how do we take this development that is happening in this core area and how do we spread it across these 9 districts? We are looking at this Visakhapatnam economic region as 9 districts, right from Srikakulam up to Kakinada. So the development which is coming on the basis of Visakhapatnam, it is important for all of us to ensure that it is spread across these 9 districts. The focus that we are putting in this region has to be equally put across these 9 districts. So everything has to come up. All the districts are equally progressing. I've just, Honorable CM Sir has been showing me the per capita figures, and there is a huge stark difference. Srikakulam has 1,42,000. He's definitely not happy with it. And I'm sure that after the releasing of this document, he won't leave any of us sitting anymore. He'll be ensuring that the document is thoroughly implemented day in and day out. But it is important for us also, when we talk about Visakhapatnam, we take in the opportunities that are there across the 9 districts and utilize them also. I can say, I can talk on behalf of my Srikakulam district that there are a huge number of opportunities. In fact, in the entire coastline of Andhra Pradesh, the biggest coastline in any district is in Srikakulam itself. And we have not been able to unlock that potential also till now. But with the coming of Molapeta port, the port-led activity, port-led industry is going to grow there. And also the important other sector that we all have to concentrate across the 9 districts, which is unifying this whole Uttarandhra and Visakhapatnam economic region, is tourism. The tourism sector has a capacity which is equal and much greater than any other industry that we see today. That is going to be the future, and that is going to be the uniqueness of this region also. So whichever industry that we choose, how do we link up with the tourism and the service sector is going to give us an additional big boost on unlocking the true potential of this district. And like I've said, resources are finite, human capital or the natural resources, and the time the time which is set in front of us, which is set by our Honorable Prime Minister, which is Viksit Bharat 2047. By the time we finish 100 years of independence in this country, we have to be a developed country. We have to have that ambition, is everyone's ambition. We see the Prime Minister talking about it. We see the Chief Minister talking about it. We see all the leaders and the political leaders and the representatives of big institutions talking about it. But it will only be successful when every common citizen of the country talks about it. When all the 140 crore people of this country collectively come together to form that Viksit Bharat, that is only when we are going to realize the true potential. But how do we connect the 140 crore people of this country? When you show them the future, when you show them the vision, when you connect them with the grander picture of Viksit Bharat, you have to ensure that in that developed country, he is a stakeholder. He has something to gain. His living standards are going to improve. His education standards are going to improve. His ambitions, his dreams are going to be true. So that is why in whatever we do, let us take it to the last mile. Let us take it to the rural and remote areas and connect all the people of this. Today we are sitting in a room of around 300 people discussing about this report. But this report is about 30% of that population of Andhra, which is there in these 9 districts. Unless you can take this document, unless you can take the things that are there in this document to those remote areas, to all the people in this region, it won't be successful. So as leaders who are willing to put in that effort, who are willing to put in that investment of time and money into this project, it is important but that it trickles down to the most remotest regions of this region so that they also connect themselves into this whole Visakhapatnam economic region project. And from our side, because our sir also believes that for any region to be developed, for any region to get that economic advantage, connectivity is the most important thing. For connectivity itself, back in 99 when Atal Bihari Vajpayee Garu was the PM of the country, it was our Chief Minister then also who has promoted and proactively influenced our Prime Minister then Atal Bihari Vajpayee Garu to make 4-lane roads, the Golden Quadrilateral. That was the first time when this connectivity thing in highways, when the most important project which was at that time came into picture. And similarly, Shamshabad Airport in Hyderabad, which was the first ever greenfield airport. There was no system of greenfield airports till then. Our Airport Authority of India was only building airports. But it was his vision that if connectivity has to improve, if we have to improve the whole air travel system, ecosystem in the country, then greenfield projects and private projects also have to come into this aviation, and that is how Shamshabad also started. So connectivity and the way the connectivity is going to change the whole region, we have multiple examples. And now one good thing that is happening in this Visakhapatnam economic region, the airport which was there earlier was in the Visakhapatnam city, but it's now slightly off-centered. It is in Bhogapuram. I know it becomes a little bit challenging for the people in the city, but we are considering this as a bigger Visakhapatnam economic region. So when you off-center this, it becomes centered to many other districts and many other regions also. That is one big advantage that this connectivity is going to unlock. And from our side, we are going to ensure that not only domestic connectivity, but international connectivity also improves to this Visakhapatnam economic region. We have already connected it to Abu Dhabi, and we are trying to connect it to many other international destinations in the future also. And domestically, it is all connected to around 17 domestic destinations, and the traffic has been considerably increasing every month. And on top of the airport connectivity, we are also giving highway connectivity, which is the coastal corridor, which is going to go from Ichapuram in Srikakulam up to Visakhapatnam Gangavaram port, extended up to Kakinada also, so that we can unlock the coastal corridor, the strength that is there in the coast. If you have seen in many of the developed countries, how the Pacific Highway is there, or many other highways, Gold Coast Highway, which is right across the coast. And the kind of potential that unlocks is very, very huge. And we are planning something similar in our Visakhapatnam economic region also. So road connectivity, air connectivity, port connectivity, and rail connectivity. This is the best region for all kinds of connectivity that are coexisting in a very peaceful and a very influential manner. And on top of that, this region, Visakhapatnam economic region, you consider 3 capitals which are there nearby. One is our own capital, Amaravati. One is Chhattisgarh capital, Raipur. and other one is Bhubaneswar, which is capital of Odisha. If you travel from these three capitals, and if you travel in the same direction, trying to meet at one single point, you will meet exactly in this North Andhra region, exactly in this Visakhapatnam economic region. So this region has a equidistant nearby locations of three capitals. So the potential of being connected to these three big capitals is in itself a great opportunity. So not only just utilizing the facilities, not only utilizing the resources that are existing here, but also catering for the opportunities that are going to be there across this region. How do you connect it with the bigger ecosystem? I think these are all the things that this vision document that we have in front of us is going to unlock for us in the future. And we are committed from our side. I have both on one side the responsibility of being the civil aviation minister and developing the aviation ecosystem here. And under the guidance of our Honorable Chief Minister, we are making a whole ecosystem for aviation. We are setting up a university. We are setting up skilling and training centers. We are setting up MROs. We are setting up FTOs. And we are also setting up other ecosystems which are necessary for aviation. So on one side being the civil aviation minister, and on the other side being the public representative also from this region, especially from Srikakulam, I think this is one of the most exciting things that is happening for this region. I request each and every one of you who is there here to find some kind of opportunity in this, get along with this document and try to unlock the true potential that is there here. The future is going to be in this region. Already you have seen with the coming of the Google investment, $15 billion, one single decision. And with one single decision, Visakhapatnam is no longer a city in India. It has become a global destination now. The buzz around Visakhapatnam is so huge, and that excitement you are able to see right now in this investment summit that is happening, in across all the events that is happening, all roads seem to be leading to Visakhapatnam now. But these are opportunities which come once in a lifetime. It is not that we have created opportunity for Visakhapatnam. It is going to last for 30, 40 years. If you make the right moves now, if you make the right vision now, and if you act accordingly, only then the strength that you have developed now is going to sustain. If not, this is a one opportunity which is hit and missed. So that is why whatever energy that has been built up here, the buzz and the activity that we are doing, it is our responsibility to continue it, to sustain it for the long term. And for that, Niti Aayog is offering complete support. In future also, they are going to offer their support. And you know our Honorable Chief Minister, how he puts his, if he puts his mind onto one thing, then even if the God comes, he won't shift it. He is going to ensure that it is completely and thoroughly done. And by the way that he has been looking at the document and has been looking at the potential of Uttarandhra, I'm sure that until this is fully and thoroughly developed and achieves its full potential, he's not going to rest, or he's not going to sleep, or make us sleep also. So I'm looking forward to the future of working with him once again in developing this Uttarandhra region and Visakhapatnam economic region. And special thanks to Niti Aayog for taking special interest in considering this Visakhapatnam economic region from their side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. The moment that we are all waiting for, the official launch of the document of developing Visakhapatnam economic region as a global economic hub. I request today's Chief Guest and Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, to please come forward and launch the report on developing Visakhapatnam as economic region as a global economic hub. Launch of the report on the Visakhapatnam economic region emerging as global economic hub. It's truly a proud and historic moment for all of us as we come together to celebrate the rise of Visakhapatnam, a city that evolved from the coastal charm to the catalyst of global growth. Today we are gathered here to veil a vision that captures the transformation of Visakhapatnam into a powerful engine of innovation, investment and inclusive growth. This report isn't just about data and projections. It is a story of opportunities, resilience and the limitless potential that this region holds for the future. The official document on developing Visakhapatnam economic region has been launched. విశాఖపట్నాన్ని ప్రపంచవ్యాప్తంగా గుర్తింపు పొందే ఆర్థిక ప్రాంతంగా తీర్చిదిద్దే దిశగా ముందడుగులు వేస్తోంది ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్ర ముఖ్యమంత్రి వర్యులు శ్రీ నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారి నేతృత్వంలోని సమర్థమైన ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం. Ladies and gentlemen, I request everyone's attention here. History tells us powerful people come from powerful places. There is a statement, history tells us powerful people come from powerful places, but history was wrong. Powerful people make places powerful. A visionary who turned aspirations into achievements, a reformer who placed Andhra Pradesh at the forefront of global innovation and progress, the architect of digital transformation, infrastructure excellence, and unmatched investor as coincidence. Moreover, the missile of speed of doing business in Andhra Pradesh, today's chief guest and honorable chief minister of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu, is requested to please come forward and give his valuable message. Put your hands together and welcome Inati Karikrama Mukhya Atithi Gauraniya Andhra Pradesh Rashtra Mukhyamantri Variyulu Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu garni ఆహ్వానిస్తున్నాం.
గౌరవనీయులు నీతి ఆయోగ్ CEO శ్రీ సుబ్రహ్మణ్యం గారు, గౌరవనీయులు కేంద్ర సివిల్ ఏవియేషన్ మినిస్టర్ అయినటువంటి రామ్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారు, సహచర మంత్రివర్గ సభ్యులు కేశవ్ గారు, వీరాంజనేయ స్వామి గారు, నారాయణ గారు, సిఎస్ గారు, ఈరోజు ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి ఇచ్చేసినటువంటి సహచర మంత్రివర్గ సభ్యులు, గౌరవ శాసనసభ్యులు, సీనియర్ ఆఫీసర్స్ అందరికీ, అదే మరి నీతి ఆయోగ్ సిబ్బందికి, మొత్తం ఆఫీసర్స్ అండ్ సీనియర్ ఆఫీసర్స్ ఉన్నారు వారందరికీ, 9 జిల్లాలకు సంబంధించి కలెక్టర్స్ కూడా ప్రత్యేకంగా పిలిచాం. కలెక్టర్స్ అందరూ ఉన్నారు. కలెక్టర్స్కి అందరికీ, ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి వచ్చినటువంటి ఈ రీజన్కి సంబంధించిన ప్రముఖులందరికీ కూడా పేరు పేరున మనస్ఫూర్తిగా నమస్కారాలు, అభినందనలు, శుభాభినందనలు. ఒక వండర్ఫుల్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ కోసం మనం అందరం ఇక్కడ సమావేశమయ్యాం. మనమందరం కూడా ఒకసారి చూస్తే విశాఖపట్నం అనగానే అందరూ కూడా అక్నాలెడ్జ్ చేస్తాం వన్ ఆఫ్ ది బెస్ట్ ప్లేస్ అని. కానీ ఈ బెస్ట్ ప్లేస్ ఎప్పటి నుంచో ఇట్లనే ఉంది. దుబాయ్ చూస్తే ఒక డెజర్ట్, మన కళ్ళ ముందని నేను చూశాను. రోజు రోజుకు ఆ దుబాయ్ వాళ్ళు ఏ విధంగా విజువలైజ్ చేశారు, ఎట్లా అభివృద్ధి చేశారంటే ఒక డెజర్ట్ని ఒక హెవెన్గా తయారు చేసే పరిస్థితికి వచ్చారు. వాళ్ళకుండే వనరులు మీరు చూస్తే అక్కడ ఒక ఏమీ లేనిది ఇక్కడ ఒక చిన్న పోర్ట్ కట్టారు. ఆ పోర్ట్ని అంచెలుగా పెంచుకుంటూ వెళ్ళారు. అదే సమయంలో ఒక ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ కట్టి ఆ ఎయిర్పోర్ట్కి ఎయిర్లైన్స్ ఆపరేషన్ మొదలుపెట్టారు. ఈ రెండు కూడా మీరు చూస్తే దానికి కావాల్సిన ఎకో సిస్టమ్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తూ ఈరోజు ఒక్క దుబాయ్లో 1,50,000 రూములు ఉన్నాయి. మన విశాఖపట్నంలో ఎత్తుకొన్నాం ఈ రూముల కోసం, ఈ ఈవెంట్ కోసం. కానీ ఒక 10,000 రూములు రావాలని చెప్పి అనుకుంటున్నాం. నాకు ఏమాత్రం అనుమానం లేదు, రాబోయే రోజుల్లో విశాఖపట్నం అలోన్ టు స్టార్ట్ విత్ సుబ్రహ్మణ్యం గారు 10,000 ఉన్నారు, కానీ నా ఆలోచన మాత్రం కనీసం 25,000 కీస్ ఇక్కడ రావాలి టు స్టార్ట్ విత్. అప్పుడే ఇది గేమ్ చేంజర్ అవుతుంది. నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హోటల్స్ కానీ టూరిజం కానీ ఇవన్నీ రావాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. అదే మరి చాలా ప్రాంతాలను మీరు చూస్తే ఈవెన్ సింగపూర్ ఒక ఫిషర్మెన్ విలేజ్ ఈరోజు వన్ ఆఫ్ ది మోస్ట్ లివబుల్ సిటీగా తయారు చేయగలిగారు. ఇవన్నీ కూడా అక్కడుండే
పాలకులు కానీ పబ్లిక్ పాలసీ కానీ అక్కడ చేసిన ప్రయోగాలు కానీ చాలా మంచి ఫలితాలు వచ్చాయి. ఈరోజు ఇండియా కూడా మనం చూస్తున్నాం. నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు ప్రధానమంత్రిగా అయిన తర్వాత 11 సంవత్సరాల్లో 11వ ప్లేసులో ఉండే ఆర్థిక వ్యవస్థ 4వ అతి లార్జ్ ఎకానమీకి వచ్చాం. రాబోయే సంవత్సరం మనం 3rd లార్జెస్ట్ ఎకానమీకి వస్తాం. అదే మరి 2038కి 2nd లార్జెస్ట్ ఎకానమీకి వస్తాం. 2047కి నాకైతే డౌట్ లేదు. ఒకవేళ ఏదైనా సంథింగ్ వెంట్ రాంగ్ అయితే తప్ప, లేకపోతే ఇండియా బై 2047 విల్ బికమ్ నెంబర్ 1 ఎకానమీ. ఇట్ ఈస్ అన్స్టాపబుల్. ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు హ్యాపెన్. అదే సమయంలో 25 సంవత్సరాల కంటే ముందు ఒక పబ్లిక్ పాలసీ, ఒక విజన్ ఇచ్చాం. ఒక ఇంటికి ఒక ఐటీ ప్రొఫెషనల్ ఉండాలి, పిల్లల్ని బాగా చదివించామని చెప్పి ఒక కాల్ ఇస్తే 25 సంవత్సరాల్లో వచ్చిన ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ మీరు చూస్తే ప్రపంచం అంతా కూడా భారతీయులు వెళ్ళారు. అందులో అగ్రస్థానంలో తెలుగు వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. ఏ దేశానికి పోయినా హైయెస్ట్ పర్ క్యాపిటా ఇన్కమ్ ఎవరంటే దానికి చిరునామాగా తెలుగు వాళ్ళు తయారయ్యే పరిస్థితికి వచ్చారు. ఇది మన కళ్ళ ముందర కనపడొస్తుంది. నేను ఆ రోజు విజన్ 2020 తయారు చేశాను సమైక్య ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్కి. చాలామంది నన్ను ఎగతాళి చేశారు. నేను విజన్ అంటే వాళ్ళు 420 అని కూడా మాట్లాడారు. ఎందుకంటే ఈ సందర్భాల్లో ఒకసారి రివ్యూ చేసుకుంటే ఆ రోజు తయారు చేసిన విజన్ ఫస్ట్ టైం ఇన్ ఇండియా తయారు చేశాం. ఈరోజు మీరు చూస్తే హైదరాబాద్ అయితే మోస్ట్ లివబుల్ సిటీ. హైదరాబాద్ వెనక్కిపోతే చాలామంది ఆ వెస్టర్న్ సైడ్, అది చాలామంది అన్నారు వాస్తు ప్రకారం ఈస్ట్లో కానీ నార్త్ ఈస్ట్లో కానీ డెవలప్ అవుతుంది, కానీ ఎప్పుడు కూడా వెస్ట్ లేకపోదని చెప్పంటే సరే మీరే చూస్తారని చెప్పాం. మొత్తం అడవులవి. మొన్న కూడా ఎల్ఎన్టీ సుబ్రహ్మణ్యం గారు చెప్తున్నారు, ఆ రోజు ఉన్నటువంటి చీఫ్ అయితే అక్కడ హైటెక్ సిటీ ముందుకొచ్చి కట్టాడు. ఈయన అప్పుడు జూనియర్ ఇంజనీర్గా ఉన్నాడు. ఆయన అనుభవం చెప్తున్నాడు. నేను అక్కడ పోయి చూసిన తర్వాత ఈ ప్రాంతంలో హైటెక్ సిటీ ఏంటి, పాములు పుట్టలన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ రోజు నేను అనుకున్నాను, గట్టిగా చెప్తే నా ఉద్యోగం పోతుంది కాబట్టి గమనున్నాను. కానీ ఈరోజు చూస్తే మైండ్ బాగ్లింగ్ అని చెప్పి ఆయన చెప్పే పరిస్థితికి వచ్చింది. అంటే ఇవన్నీ మన కళ్ళ ముందర కనపడే అనుభవాలు. ఈరోజు నేను అందుకే మీ అందరికీ చెప్తున్నా, ఈరోజు సుబ్రహ్మణ్యం గారు ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో పుట్టాడు. కేడర్ ఈ రాష్ట్రం కాకపోయినా ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో పుట్టాడు. CEO నీతి ఆయోగ్గా ఉన్నాడు. ఈరోజు గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఒక నిర్ణయం తీసుకొని ఒక 4 సిటీలకి విజన్ తయారు చేయమని పెట్టుకొని ముంబై మెట్రోపాలిటన్ రీజియన్, సూరత్, వారణాసి ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేశారు, విశాఖపట్నం. ఈ 3 స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు 4-5 మీటింగ్లు కూర్చున్నారు. నేను కూడా అవన్నీ కూడా నా ఇన్పుట్స్ కూడా ఇచ్చాను. ఈరోజు విశాఖపట్నం ఏదైతే ఎకనామిక్ రీజన్ రిపోర్ట్ తయారు చేశారు. ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ కలెక్టర్స్ ఇప్పుడు పిలిచాను. మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి, 0 అవర్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది. ఈ రోజు నుంచి లెక్క గడియారం తిరుగుతుంది. సుబ్రహ్మణ్యం గారు బాంబే అప్పుడే స్టార్ట్ అయిందన్నాడు. ఏం బాధ లేదు. కాంపిటీషన్లో ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశే ముందుంటుంది, విశాఖపట్నం నెంబర్ 1గా ఉంటుంది. అది జరుగుతుంది. నేను అందుకని ఆల్వేస్ ఒకటి చెప్తాను, కాంపిటీషన్లో మనం ఉంటేనే కంపీట్ చేయగలుగుతాం. అది మనం చేస్తామని చెప్పి కూడా నేను మీకు తెలియజేస్తున్నాం. అయితే ఇక్కడ మనం ఒకసారి చూస్తే నేను చెప్పిన కొన్ని ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్. విశాఖపట్నం వన్ ఆఫ్ ది మోస్ట్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ సిటీ. నేను ఇప్పుడేగా సమైక్య ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో ఉండి చెప్పేవాడిని. హైదరాబాద్ రాజధాని అయినా, విశాఖపట్నం ఆర్థిక రాజధాని అని అప్పుడు కూడా చెప్పాం. ఈరోజు కూడా మీరు చూస్తే వన్ ఆఫ్ ది మోస్ట్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ సీ, ఎక్సలెంట్ బీచెస్, ఇంకొక పక్కన హిల్స్ చూస్తే వన్ ఆఫ్ ది బెస్ట్ గ్రీనరీ. ఇలాంటి సిటీ ఎక్కడా కనపడదు. అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ సిటీ లొకేషనే కాకుండా పీపుల్ అయితే వన్ ఆఫ్ ది బెస్ట్ పీపుల్, దాంట్లో కూడా డౌటే లేదు. లా అబైడింగ్ సిటిజన్స్, కాస్మోపాలిటన్ సిటీ. ఈరోజు మనం ఇంకొక విషయం కూడా మీరు చూస్తే ఫోకస్ పెడితే ఏదైనా సాధ్యం. 5 సంవత్సరాల కంటే ముందు, 1 సంవత్సరం కంటే ముందు చాలా ఇబ్బందులు ఉన్నాయి. ఇదే మెషినరీ, ఇదే ప్రజానీకం. ఆ రోజు ఎన్ని ఇబ్బందులు ఉండాలనో అన్ని ఇబ్బందులుంటే ఆ రోజు మేమందరం కూడా కలిసి పొలిటికల్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ కూడా లీడర్షిప్ ముఖ్యం కాబట్టి బీజేపీ నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారి ఆధ్వర్యంలో, అదే మరి పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ గారు, తెలుగుదేశం 3 పార్టీలు కలిసి ఒక నిర్దిష్టమైన హామీ ప్రజలకు ఇచ్చాం. ఆ హామీ మీరు చూస్తే మళ్ళీ ఈ రాష్ట్రాన్ని పునర్నిర్మాణం చేస్తాం, పూర్వ వైభవం తెస్తామని చాలా స్పష్టంగా చెప్పి ప్రజల మ్యాండేట్ తీసుకున్నాం. ఈరోజు నేను గర్వంగా చెప్పగలుగుతున్నా, 18 months నిన్నటి వరకు కేబినెట్లో 8,87,000 కోట్ల రూపాయలు పెట్టుబడులు క్లియర్ చేశాం. దీంతో 8 లక్షల ఉద్యోగాలు వస్తాయి. ఈరోజు మొదటి రోజు, ఇంకా ప్రారంభం కాలేదు. సిఐ పార్ట్నర్షిప్ రేపటి నుంచి ప్రారంభం అవుతుంది. ఈరోజే మళ్ళీ ఒక 2,66,000 కోట్ల రూపాయలు విలువ చేసే ఎంఓయూలు చేశాం. అంటే మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సింది, అసాధ్యం అనేది ఏదీ లేదు, ఏదైనా సాధ్యమే. ఇక్కడ మనం చూసినప్పుడు ఏదైతే ఇటీవల కాలంలో ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ రావాలి, ఒకటి వెల్ఫేర్ ఇస్తామని చెప్పాం. మేము ఆ రోజు వెల్ఫేర్ ఇస్తామని సూపర్ 6 చెప్పి అవన్నీ అమలు చేశాం. మా ఫైనాన్స్ సెక్రటరీ అయితే ఎప్పుడు అడ్డం పడతా ఉన్నా నేను ఒకటే ఇచ్చిన హామీ నిలబెట్టుకుంటేనే మేము ఉంటాం, లేకుంటే కాదు. నీ ఇబ్బందులు ఎక్కడ ఎన్నున్నా మాకు మాత్రం అడ్డం పడకూడదని చెప్పాం. చాలా ప్రయత్నాలు చేసి మ్యాండేట్ని అమలు చేయడం కోసం ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారు. అదే సమయంలో సంపద సృష్టించాలి. దీనికోసం అందరం యాజ్ ఎ టీమ్గా పనిచేశాం. ఈ 3-4 రోజుల్లో మేము